With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
In this question, we are asked that main driving force for ascent of sap through xylem is. So we simply discuss first of all what the ascent of sap is, right? So simply ascent of sap in the xylem tissue of plant, it is the upward movement. It is simply the upward movement of water and the minerals, upward movement of water and the minerals from the root to the upper part, right, to the upper part of the plant body, right? So we know that xylem is a complex tissue that consisting of living and non-living cells, and it basically transports the water and minerals from in the plant, right? So basically the ascent of sap is simply the upward movement of that water and minerals from root to upper part of the plant by the xylem. Now we are asked here that what is the main driving force that leads to this upward movement through xylem. So the option 1 that's given to us is the root pressure. So we discuss what the root pressure is. So root pressure is a transverse osmotic pressure within the cell of the root system that causes sap to rise through a plant stem to the leaf. So root pressure, it basically occurs in the xylem of some vascular plants when the soil moisture level is either high at night or when transpiration is low during the day, right? So root pressure comes into account for the upward movement when the soil moisture level is high either at night or when transpiration is low, right? When the transpiration is low, in that case the root pressure comes into account for the ascent of sap. So we can say that it will not be the main driving force. It is one of the driving force for the upward movement, or we can say the ascent of sap, what will not be considered as a main driving force. So this is wrong. Next we have is the transpiration pull, right? So if we discuss about the transpiration pull here, right, so it is basically the pull which occurs due to the transpiration. So what happens is that in this case the movement of water in the xylem occurs, right? So here as per this the water moves up in the xylem via the force of the transpiration, right? Because of the transpiration, which is the loss of water from the leaves in the form of water vapor. So because the water moves up in the xylem via the force of the transpiration, which is created because of the evaporation of water from the leaves of the plant. So in that case what happens is that a suction is created that pulls the water up, right? And it was explained, this movement of water in the xylem was explained by the cohesion tension theory. So it was the cohesion tension theory which actually explained the concept of transpiration pull, that it is the main driving force for the ascent of sap through the xylem, that as per this theory the water moves up in the xylem via the force of transpiration, which is actually created because of the evaporation of water from the leaves of the plant, and then there is an insufficient water in the leaves that creates the tension, right? That because of which the water is pulled up by the leaves. So that is the main driving force. So the transpiration pull here is the main driving force for the ascent of sap, that which was explained by the cohesion tension theory. So we can simply say that option 2 is a so sure correct answer. The next we have is the cohesion adhesion. So this is another factor which the another force which helps in the ascent of sap or in movement of the water in the upward direction, but is not the main driving force, and similarly is the capillarity. So we discuss both of them, the cohesion adhesion and the capillarity. So cohesion and adhesion, these are the mutual attractions between water molecules. That's simply known as the cohesion. So the mutual attraction that occur between the water molecule is the cohesion, and the wall of tracheids and vessels of the xylem are made up of lignin and cellulose. They have a strong affinity for water. So that's the adhesion, right? So that's the cohesion and adhesion that basically leads to the ascent of sap, but it's not the main driving force. And the last one that we have is the capillarity, right? So the capillarity in case of the ascent of sap is simply the movement or the tendency of the liquid in a capillary tube or absorbent material to rise or fall as a result of surface tension. So that's the capillarity that also aids in the ascent of sap but is not the main driving force. So both of them will also not be the correct answer. So as per the options, we can say that it is the option 2 which is our correct answer here, right?
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut App today.